Hello fellow gamers, welcome back to the channel. And today I'm very excited about the new Fallout Atomic Bonds Cooperative Upgrade Expansion Pack. Well, it doesn't say expansion, it's not an expansion, it's just a cooperative upgrade pack. The reason why it's not an expansion is because none of the scenario sheets in here are new. They are just changed around so that you can play this game cooperatively. Now, I have to say I was disappointed that they didn't put anything new in here. I was kind of hoping for something new. Perhaps we will get something new. I don't know. But this, at least tells us the game is obviously not dead. Anyway, this is brought to you by the beautiful, please stand by, Fallout board game mat that we have here. All right, so what do we got here? Explore together. The wasteland is a dangerous place. Resources are scarce, ulterior motives abound, and deadly enemies greet you at every turn. With the Fallout Atomic Bonds Cooperative Upgrade Pack, you don't have to go it alone. This pack allows players to convert all of the competitive scenarios from Fallout the board game and Fallout New California expansion into cooperative scenarios. After all, everything's better with friends, including the apocalypse. So we have, includes content for Fallout the board game and for New California. We have one rule sheet, one assist die, 9 tokens, 5 scenario sheets, and 60 cards. And of course we have the new game-genic sleeves, as Fantasy Flight Games has canceled doing sleeves. They are not doing sleeves anymore. So this is the company that they're recommending you use. So let's open this up and see what we got inside here. Little tablets. All right. Here are instructions. Card or die and empty schmempty. That is it. All right, we got our new rules here. Well, this is, interesting. Got our components, 14 mutation cards, 14 modification cards, 1 assist die, 12 gold cards, 8 activation cards, 12 workshop upgrade cards, 1 double-sided power token, 8 camp tokens, and 5 double-sided scenario sheets. Okay, then we get our rules here. Exactly how we're going to be able to do this, which I'll go over and be playing as soon as I can. Check this out. So if you are, guys, anybody out there that hasn't played this game is interested, it is a very cool game. However, I don't know about Fallout Shelter, but it is a really cool game. The only problem is it wasn't cooperative, and it kind of left some people flat. And, it went on a lot of shelves and didn't really go anywhere. However, now with this, you can play with your friends. It is fully cooperative, and then this also expands your solo a little bit because you don't just have to play, one single character. You can play up to 4 characters, or, whatever you want. Whatever's fun for you. All right, let's check out the tokens here. So we got our new camp tokens, our usual proof of purchase, and then the 1 single power token. It is for my buddy who loves there we go. Popped out nicely. Buddy of mine loves to hear the tokens get popped, and that's a very relaxing sound. So I gave it to him. Oh, almost missed one. Listen closely. All right. All right, that was fun. Okay. So here we have our new cards to set up. Rise of the Master, Far Harbor, the Commonwealth, the Pit, and Capital Wasteland. So let's take a look at the Commonwealth here and see what we got here. The Commonwealth, the Railroad, victorious conditions. Achieve both of the following. 1 goal per survival is complete, and complete the nuclear option number 28. All survivors are loyal to the Railroad and cannot resolve quest options that would advance the Institute. Quest results. For each plus, gain 1 group XP, 1 camp token, or 1 group cap. Activation, 0 to 2. Place 1 Institute synth at the nearest unexplored tile to the Crossroads camp. If there are no unexplored tiles, place it at the Sit ruins. Okay, and you have another Institute activation. You got +3, advance the Institute. And here's the enemy, the synth. We've seen before. And here's the other side, going the opposite way. Achieve the goals, 1 goal per, and complete Derailed, number 24. All survivors are loyal to the Institute and cannot resolve any options that would advance the railroad. Okay, then we have basically the same thing. So that's what's going to go on here. So you have one side if you want to do the Institute, one side if you want to do the railroad. And you have all the scenarios, the 4 scenarios that originally came, and then the 1 scenario that wasn't cooperative in New California. Now that's something else I have to touch on. I was a little disappointed that New California didn't have 4 scenarios. So I suppose if they do a New Las Vegas, it will also have 2 scenarios. But that's okay, you know. I mean, it's still a fun game. I still enjoy it. Here's our new die, our assist die. I'll go ahead and and it looks exactly the same, except it's green. So let's take a look here. Take a look at here and see if there's anything. Activating enemies, opposing faction, choose first player, setup. Okay, assisting. Let's take a quick look at this here. A survivor can assist during a fight if they are either in the same space as the survivor who is fighting, or if they have ranged weapon and are in a space adjacent to the survivor who is fighting. To assist, the survivor rolls the assist die. Any hits on the assist die are combined with hits from other VATS dice results. Okay, well that's pretty cool then. That's pretty cool. The assisting survivor can use traits and abilities such as their equipped weapon to re-roll the assist die and affect the fight in other ways as if they were fighting. If an enemy is killed while the survivor is being assisted, the assisting survivor gains 1 XP, but assisting is not without risk. The assisting survivor suffers an amount of damage equal to the enemy's level for each hit icon shown on the assist die. Only 1 survivor can assist per fight. All right, well, that's pretty cool, and that's, of course, to be expected. We certainly didn't expect them to let you assist for free and not get away with whatever. Okay, well, you got that. Let's get into the little cards and see what interestingness we have here. We'll take a look again what we got here. We've got gold cards, workshop, activation, modification. So let's get those out the way. We got our mutation cards. Let's get these all separated out so we can go through them. Okay, let's start out with the mutation cards. Let's take a look here. We got our back. Mutation has 2 arms and 2 legs, but only 4 fingers and 4 toes. Sorry if that was, never mind. Adrenal reaction, positive. When you perform a fight action, inflict 1 additional hit. Negative, your HP maximum is reduced by 4. Ugh. Okay, chameleon. Positive, the enemy ignores you when they move. Negative, if you perform a move action this round, ignore the positive effect of this mutation, and enemies that move toward you move 1 additional space. Again. Okay, let's get focus here. Eagle eyes. You are treated as having a P during tests. If you already have the P, generate 1 reroll during tests. That's the positive. And the negative. You are treated as not having S during tests. S and P in the special. Egghead, positive. You are treated as having I during the test. If you already have an I, generate 1 reroll. Negative, you are treated as not having E during the tests. Okay, electrically charged, positive. During a fight, if an enemy damages you, you inflict 1 additional hit. Negative, during a fight, when resolving an enemy hit, you suffer 1 additional damage. Empath, positive. Each time another survivor within 3 spaces of you suffers damage, they suffer 1 less damage. Negative, each time you suffer damage, suffer 1 additional damage. Okay, healing factor, positive. Each time you perform an action, recover 1 hit point. Negative, you cannot use aid items. Next, we have herd mentality, positive. During a test or a fight, exhaust a companion or be in the same space as another survivor to generate 3 rolls. Negative, you cannot generate rolls unless you are in the same space as another survivor or have a companion. Marsupial, positive. You can have 2 additional cards in your inventory. Negative, you are treated as not having an eye during tests. Scaly skin, positive. Your shield or armor is increased by 1, 3 max. Negative, when you perform a move action, you gain 1 fewer movement points. Excuse me. Speed demon, positive. When you perform a move action, you gain 1 additional movement point. Negative, when you perform a move action, you lose 1 hit point. Ugh, ouch. Ouch. Speed demon, what is he? Smash up against the wall? Talons, positive. Ooh, you are treated as having an S during the test. If you already have an S, generate 1 reroll. Negative, you are treated as not having an A during tests. Twisted muscle, positive. When you perform a fight action with a weapon that does not have a range, inflict 1 additional hit. When you perform a fight action with a weapon that has range, reduce the total number of hits you inflict by 1. Yeah, that's not good. All right, let's go for the modification cards to see what we got here. Oh, we got 1 more of these. Sorry about that. Missed that in there. Unstoppable isotope, positive. During a fight, if an enemy damages you, you inflict 1 additional hit. Negative, during a fight, if an enemy damages you, suffer 1 radiation. Okay, we got some modifications here. Let's take a look at Furious, modification weapon. During a fight, if it is the second fight action you perform this turn, generate 2 rerolls. We got 2-shot, modification weapon. After you perform a fight action, you will perform a second fight action for free. Oh, I like these. Mutants, modification weapon. During a fight, generate 1 reroll if your mutation is activated. Explosive, modification weapon. During a fight, if it is not your turn, generate 2 rerolls. Okay, very nice. Berserkers, modification weapon. During a fight, generate 1 reroll if you have no armor or shield, whichever you want. Sure, the right word for it, I can't remember it right now. Anti-armor, never mind, I just got it. Anti-armor, during a fight against an enemy that has armor, regenerate 1 reroll. Junkies, modification weapon. During a fight, if you are addicted, generate 2 rerolls. All right, Troubleshooter, modification apparel. When you suffer damage during a fight against a robot enemy, suffer 1 less damage. Next we have Exterminators, modification apparel. When you suffer damage during a fight against a critter enemy, suffer 1 less damage. All right, then we have a Mutant Slayer, modification apparel. When you suffer damage during a fight against a super mutant enemy, suffer 1 less damage. We have Assassins, modification apparel. When you suffer damage in a fight against a human enemy, suffer 1 less damage. Then we have Chameleon, which is a modification apparel. When enemies activate, you may exhaust this card. If you do, enemies ignore you until the end of this round. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Duelist, modification apparel. During any fight, if any die results match the filled-in space on an enemy, reduce the enemy's number of hits by 1. And we have Sprinters, modification apparel. When you perform a move action, gain 1 additional movement point. All right, next we're going to go with our gold cards. Let's take a look at those. I'm going to show you the backs of the... All right, so here's the back. A couple of screws in the bottom for screwy people. Let's take a look in the rules here at what it says about the gold cards. Each scenario's victory condition requires the survivors to complete goals which are placed in the play area during setup. Survivors can complete a goal immediately when the condition specified on the goal card is satisfied. When a goal is completed, the survivors flip the goal card face down. If there are two identical goals, the condition on each of those goals must be completed independently. For example, if the survivor has two goals that require the survivors to have 3 workshop upgrades, they must have 6 workshop upgrades total. Additionally, if the goal is completed and the number of required goals has already been reached, retreat the opposing faction's power token by 2 spaces. And that tells you what you need. So this should tell us what we need. Okay, the first one is complete one vault. A vault is complete when all the cards in its deck have been trashed. Second one is a C. Any camp tokens, discard 15 caps. There's another one, discard 15 caps. You have, here's the have 3 workshop upgrades. Sorry about that, just toss the card. 3 of these have 3 workshop upgrades. A survivor gains their 6th special. You got 2 or 3 of those. 2 of those. Kill 3 level 3 enemies. Place caps on this card to keep track. And got 2 more. We got any camp token, discard 2 non-starting weapons. And this one is any camp token, discard 2 non-starting apparel. Okay, here's the backs. Activation cards, all we have is symbols. I'm sure these will tell us what we need to do each time we activate. So that's them, but let's take a look real quick. Once again to the rules. Read our activation cards. Activation cards replace agenda cards and are used to activate enemies and the opposing faction. At the end of the round, after all survivors have taken their turn, the first player reveals the top card of the activation deck and performs the following steps. Activate enemies. Activate opposing faction. And that's it. All right, now we'll do our workshop upgrades, but let's take a look in the rules again. Opening them back up, we're going to take a look what it says about workshop upgrade. Okay, workshop upgrades. Quests may reward survivors with workshop upgrades. If a survivor gains a workshop upgrade represented by the thumbs up icon, formerly the agenda icon, they draw a workshop upgrade card from the top of the workshop upgrade deck and follow its instructions. Many workshop upgrades provide survivors with an immediate single-use benefit, though some provide a persistent effect. After a survivor resolves a workshop upgrade card, they place it near the scenario sheet. Some effects may reference the number of the workshop upgrades the survivors have gained. So let's take a look now. What we got? We have, all right, Chem Lab. Quests, any camp token. Spend 3 caps to lose addicted, then resolve the quest effect of another lab upgrade that you have not used this turn without spending caps. And we have Rad Lab. Again, quest any camp token, spend 3 caps to recover 3 radiation, then resolve the quest effect of another lab upgrade that you have not using this. Then resolve the quest effect of another lab upgrade that you have not used this turn without spending caps. Med Lab. Quest any camp token, spend 3 caps to recover 8 hit points. Then resolve the quest effect of another lab upgrade that you have not used this turn without spending caps. Workbench. Armor Workbench. Reveal cards from the asset deck until a number of apparel items equal to the number of workbench upgrades in play, including this one, are found. For each of those apparel items, choose a survivor to gain that item. We have the Weapons Workbench. Reveal cards from the asset deck until a number of weapon items equal to the number of workbench upgrades in play, including this one, are found. For each one of those weapon items, choose a survivor to gain that item. And we have Tinker's Workbench. Gain 1 junk card from the loot deck or discard pile for each workbench upgrade in play, including this one. Then shuffle the discard pile into the loot deck. Generator, Vault Tech Reactor. Each survivor gains 2 XPs for each generator upgrade in play, including this one. Fusion Generator. Each survivor gains 2 XPs for each generator upgrade in play, including this one. Power generator, and the same thing. Survivor gains 2 XP for each generator upgrade in hand, including this one. Fast travel, radio beacon, gain 1 camp token for each fast travel upgrade in play, including this one. And these are the same. You got a radio beacon, 2 radio beacons. All right, well, that's it, everybody. That is exactly what you get in this upgrade pack. So you're upgrading to the cooperative play. I myself looking forward to playing this. It's going to be great. So if you haven't bought Fallout the board game, I really think if you're a strategy board gamer and you enjoy strategy games and you enjoy Fantasy Flight games, you will enjoy Fallout, especially now with this upgrade pack. But allow me to warn you that this is difficult to find now. This game is difficult to find. I believe there are still a few around. Game Nerds is completely out. Miniature Market, even out of this expansion, Miniature Market has there's 3 left of the core set, and they have plenty of these in stock. Just so you know, I'm covering everybody, so you don't think somebody's like sponsoring me. Cool stuff. Cool Stuff has the core set, the atomic bonds, and the playmat in stock, but not New California. So New California you're either gonna have to get it from the secondary market, or you're gonna have to just bite the tongue and buy it direct from Asmodee off the Fantasy Flight website. Now keep in mind that ordering from Asmodee takes a little time, not necessarily due to them, mostly due to UPS and USPS. They usually send at UPS Mail Innovations, which is the final delivery, is the post office, postal service. So just to give you an example of the time, this got shipped on the 1st, and I received this yesterday. All right, so 16 days, 17 days, 16 days from day of shipping that it took for it to get from Minnesota to Miami. So be aware, but that's the only place you're going to be able to get it unless you want to go to the secondary market and try to pull it off eBay at a higher price. My suggestion right now would be to, perhaps pick it up on at least the 3 on Cool Stuff, and then maybe New California you can try to pick up on eBay or off Asmodee, whatever you want to do. I mean, I'm just giving you a little advice. Those I'm just the 3 major retailers, and of course Asmodee themselves. All right, that's all I got for you today, guys. Enjoy and have a great day.